Hello, everybody. It's day 97. It's the 97 of the 100 days Python programming challenge. Yeah, 3 more days to go. 3 more days to go. Day 97. And the topic for today is that I'm going to create a project. We've been working with Flask for the past 12 days. So now let's make a project. So today and tomorrow we'll use to build the Flask project. So today we'll set up our application, our database, and we'll create a model for our tasks. But what are we building? We're building a to-do list application in Flask. And today is the beginning, and tomorrow we'll bring it all together. It's day 97 of the 100 days Python programming challenge. Hello, everybody. I feel so emotional. It's day 97. It is day 97 of the 100 days. 3 more days to go. This ends on Saturday. I'm so excited. After this, I'm just going to sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep. Now I'm telling you all my business. But today is day 97, and I thought we should do a project. Since we've been working with Flax, I thought that we should use day 97 and 98 to just build a project for you to practice with, because we've talked about Flax, we've talked about SQL, Alchemy, Flash message, sessions, and so on and so forth. So let's build a project. We'll build a simple to-do list application. So today we'll use it to set up the Flax app and our database, and then tomorrow we'll go further in building the to-do list application. I really hope you found the last 97 days helpful. If you've been following from the beginning, if you are just starting, put a comment. Leave a comment, let me know. So let's start. We've installed Flask, we've installed Flask Alchemy, Flask SQL Alchemy. So let's have our folder structure. So I have my static. And in my static, I have my style.css. And then I have my template folder. And bring this out. And in my template folder, I have my index.html. And I would have my app.py. And then bring this out. Okay, so these are the files that we would be working with today. So let's create our Flask application. I'm sure you must be used to this by now. The first thing is to import all the things we need. And do not worry, even as you're continuing, if you discover that all you need session, you can easily just add it to your import statement. So it's not like everything has to be perfect right from the beginning. And then, so this is what I'm importing at first. We need Flask, we need render template, and we're also importing the SQL Alchemy. And then my app equals to Flask name. These are all the things that you just have to set up when you're working with it. And then I want to configure my database. I said last time that we just need our SQL Alchemy database URI. You can set it to whatever you want. And then our SQL Alchemy track notification. So today we're trying to build a to-do list. So the name of my database will be todo.db. So SQLite todo.db. So that will be the file that we'll see in the folder when we eventually run our app.py. So these are things that we did the day before yesterday. So our database is SQL. We're calling our SQL Alchemy and we're calling it on our app. So let's define our database model. So what I want to have an ID. My ID will be the primary key. And then I want to have a tags column. So the tags column cannot be false and it's going to be a string. You can always add later if you need more columns, or if it's discovered you have more than enough column, you can always update. But since we're starting, let's start with this. This is my database model. I have my ID column and my tags column. This is my primary key, and this cannot be none. So then let's have my home page. My home page is just going to fetch all the tags from the database for me, and then it's going to render the index.html table. So it's just basic. To do, that is the name of my model, dot query dot all, to fetch all the tags from my database. And then I will render my template, and then I'll pass the argument that tags equals to tags. And finally, I would have my if name equals to main, and then my app with app context, and this is my database that would create all. So now let's run this, so just so you can see our database created. So Python app.py, and you see when I come here, I see my instance folder, and if I open it, you see we have already created our todo.db. We have our ID and we have our tags. So then let's create the HTML. This is just the beginning. Let's create our HTML. We have our template folder and we have our index.html. What I just want to do is just to display my to-do list. That's all. So I'm going to link my style sheet. I would have an heading and I would have a for loop that goes through the tags and just like list them. That's all I'm doing. But for now, we don't have any tags because tomorrow we would create the tags to add to our database. But this is just what I have. So I have the link to my style sheet, and I have my title, and I have my for in tags, and the end of my for loop. And let's put some styles. We have our styles for our body, our container, and our H1, our UL, and our list. So in my style.css, I just have simple styles, the color, the box shadow, the max width, and so on and so forth. So this is what we've been able to achieve today. I told you tomorrow we will build on this. This is just setting it up. Anytime you're working on a project, after you've gotten all the requirements, after you've researched, you have to set up everything that you will need. So we already have our database, we have our app.py, we have our templates, we have our style. So we've laid the groundwork for what we'll build on tomorrow. You can see if I go to the page, we just have my to-do list because we don't really have any list for now. So tomorrow we'll build on this. We'll have a really, really nice project. I'm excited about it. And again, 3 more days and this is over. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you have any questions. The link to the code is in the description to my GitHub. Download it, try it out, and let me know if you have any question. See you tomorrow.